What are we saying, Bulletproof Ballers? Back again. We are consistent. We are so consistent 2 weeks in a row. Thank the Lord. We're rolling. Today, what we said.
Freaking rolling. Rainy days, but happy days, man. Like,
Yeah, who told you rain was bad? Let's go
yeah,
out in the rain, have
what
a
we
good
saying?
time. It's
What we saying?
beautiful.
Rain, lock in, lock the freaking like.
100%.
Um, and that's what we're gonna talk about today, right?
Rain.
How, no, how we can lock in, how we can lock in the rehab, not the rain. Our main goal is obviously to have the people watching have a successful rehab, right? And today we want to share a little bit more of what we're actually doing within Bulletproof Ballers. Because last week we talked about the principles of the actual training, right? The approach we're taking there. Now, today, we want to talk about the actual principles that we're nailing down to make sure, okay, we're actually getting the results, right? And the
Yeah.
experiences are not just like past experiences that we've had. And I think, Liam, you can go into that to start.
100%. 100%. Like, this entire system is built off what we didn't have when we were younger. Personally, me, I went through 4 different physios. 2 before my surgery, 2 after, and then I still had conversations with loads of people. Like, there was loads of stuff that I was going through, and I was doing research, and nothing gave me the answers. But in terms, and we went through the training principles last time. We'll maybe talk about it, like edge it in a little bit here. But like, I really want to talk about the deliverables of our program and what I feel like every single person needs, because it's not just a training principles thing. Because like, every single person that wants a result needs a coach. Like, that's just how it is. Like, it doesn't have to be us, it doesn't have to be anyone. But if you look at all the best people in the world, like Kobe Bryant, like all of these people at the top level, Messi, like, they have a coach. The best teams in the world. Nah, we just won't get a manager this season. Like, they'll just like figure out what, what. Nah, like, we need the coach. We need the support. So 3 main principles are going to be the progression, the support, and the education. Again, I'll blend in like what was missing and stuff from mine during this. First thing that we'll do is the progression. So progression in what we talk about is ability. That's really, really the big key when we talk about that. It's like everyone has a level of pain-free ability, and we need to progress that pain-free ability to get above the demand we're trying to put on our knee, right? So I didn't have that progression. Like, I would go up, I would go down, I'd go up, I'd go down, I'd have knee pain here, I'd have whatever. And it kind of got me stuck in a loop. Like, people, especially like the return to sport stuff, like, oh, we really want to get back, and then we get injured, and then we get back. So it's not that clear. Like, obviously, it's not just going to be a linear line. Like, days may go up and down, whatever. But over time, we want the trend on the graph to be going up, right? So that's our first principle, is that progression side of stuff. And we'll talk about the like actual stuff that we deliver inside the coaching to be able to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, because like in the end, without progression, there's not going to be a way for you to get to your goal, right? And when you initially come in, we know, okay, the goal is to get back to playing football pain free, right? So the goal is really clear, but the path there is going to be different for everyone. So taking the ability is literally the simplest thing we can do, right? And also the safest thing, because that allows us to say, cool, this is what you have right now. If we get your ability to here and then we lock that in, right? We're not trying to, as Liam said, we're not trying to always progress linearly. Like, it's gonna be, you go up, you lock that in, you go up again, you lock that in, and like over time that allows you to get that consistent
Yeah.
progress. Okay,
Yeah.
because everyone can make progress, right? Like, okay, you make progress and then you go down again.
And people might feel that they're making progress and not make progress as well.
Yeah, that's what 100%,
Yeah.
absolutely. And it's kind of a tricky thing, I would say, with the progress, because like, yeah, you can feel better, but that doesn't
Yeah.
mean that you're not prepared,
So,
right?
we need 3 things, right? And there's always 3 things. Like, it's the rule of 3. Like, oh, we have bulletproof health, bulletproof body, bulletproof mind. But it's just good because it etches into people's brain. But when we're talking about progression, 3 things we need. We need to know where we're currently at. We need to assess our body right now. We need to have a goal. We need to know where we are going. So we need to have, like, okay, these strength standards, this plyometric standards, we have this. So we know where we're going. And then we need to track our journey on the way. If you think about, you go in your car and you drive, what do? Okay, well, Apple Maps first finds out where you are. Okay, well, I'm at my house. Where do I want to go to? The gym. Okay, second thing, we put in the gym's location. Third thing, it then tracks your journey all the way there as you go through it, right? And it's not just a straight line from the house to the gym. You go down some narrow roads. You might like get distracted by a cute girl out the window, stop for a little bit. What are we saying? I'm joking, I'm joking. But like, there's not just like straight lines there. But I think that's a really good analogy to kind of figure out, okay, where are you in terms of your body, your ability? We need to assess all those things, and we give loads of like lifts, loads of different mobility standards to be able to see where someone currently is. Then we have our standards that we have when returning to sport. So strength standards, again, mobility standards, and plyometric ability standards. And then we want to track everything quite diligently on the way up, right?
Yeah. And this is what gives every single person the confidence to keep going, right? Imagine the example with the car. Like if you step into the car, you know where you want to get, but you've been driving for hours and hours, and you don't really know if you're already there, like how far it's gonna be, how far, like how long do I still have to drive?
Yeah.
It's the same
I
thing.
think
Like
this gym's got to be somewhere. It's got to be somewhere near here. Like,
yeah,
it's got to be somewhere.
and that happens when people like athletes that come back from an injury, right? Like they're wandering around and okay, making progress, but the confidence is not there because we don't know. Okay, this is actually look like we can tell. Look, if you get there, like you're good, man. You're freaking good. Okay, like and then from there you go there, and then from there you go this, and then like this is what I wanted, right? Like because a doctor just telling me, cool, look, this is what's wrong with you, and you need to make sure you feel good again when you play football. Just start slowly.
Yep.
Like it's too simple, right? If it was that simple, like no one would have any issues, right? It's really more complicated than that.
Exactly. Exactly. So yeah, progression's a big one. I think that's kind of good. Like a big, like actionable step for that is then, okay, like sit down and actually assess. Like we have like a workshop and stuff on like assessments and stuff, so you can actually use that to assess yourself, and then figure out like the map, the goals, like find some return to sports standards. Maybe look at the standards that we have. Maybe record a couple of YouTube videos or something on it. Maybe we'll link some stuff in the description down below. And like sit down, build a vision, not just in terms of all the lists, yeah, definitely that, but also like where you want to be. Okay, I want to be doing this, this, and this, and that vision, like that's what will keep you going, right? And then start tracking everything. Track every lift. Like I personally track, like even though like I kind of know in my head like I eat this many calories, whatever. I like to track because I know what I'm doing then. Like people could think, oh, I know exactly what I'm doing, but then not actually do it. Like, okay, I'm doing the ATG split squat perfect. They record themselves. Oh wow, that is ugly. That is seriously ugly. And they're like in your head, you're like, yeah, I'm smashing this. Like we're rolling. But then you find out you're not. So I like to track everything. I like to track my lifts. I like to track my weight. I like to track my calories, my macros, stuff like that. Don't have to go that intense, but I think like a level of tracking it should be there.
Yeah, 100%. And obviously with the online training that we're doing, biggest thing is going to be form videos,
Yeah.
right? Actually seeing what you're able to do because as you said, everyone can say, yeah, I've done the ATG split squat flat ground. But
Yeah.
then you see like the knees touching the ground or whatever, knees not even going over the toe, whatever.
Oh
Right?
god.
Like
It's the worst feeling in the world when someone hasn't sent a form video for 3 months and you've been asking them, and they're like, nah, I'm rolling. And then they send you the form video and it's awful. Like, that is the worst feeling. Like, we've just wasted 3 months because you couldn't be bothered to send in the form video. Right.
yeah. Yeah. So progression there, like big thing, right? That's really the main thing.
Yeah.
As long as we're progressing, we're happy. Like
Yeah. Then the next one is then that support, right? So, personally, me, I don't know what your experience was with physios, Kadeem, but there wasn't much support. There wasn't much hope from the physios. Like, it was like, yeah, it's kind of crazy. Like you see them once every like month. For me personally, I had NHS, I couldn't really afford private physio and stuff. So, and it's not their fault at the same time. Like they get certain restrictions because they have to see so many people, this and that. But it's just the way it is, right? So then you have to seek your own solutions. But like you see them like once a month, maybe you go in for like a group session like once a week or whatever, and you don't really know how to be advised, like how much, because the stuff you do outside the training is super important as well. Like I started going to work and stuff, and I was at Amazon like standing on my feet there 10 hours a day, and then I couldn't do my sessions, and my knee was like swelling up like a balloon. And I was like, yo, what's happening? And I didn't realize at the time because I didn't have the awareness, okay, no, I'm actually standing for 10 hours and that's going to mess up your knee. Like it's kind of common sense, but like at the time I was like, oh, and I had to work. Like I needed money. So there's that level of it. But then, like with the online stuff, I always say there's a difference, right? So in person, you see them for the hour while you're in the gym, and then you don't really have any communication with them outside. So then you're left wondering, oh, my knee hurts here. Like, have I done too much? This and that. Oh, like I have to wait to see him to the next session. This and that. Whereas with us, yeah, you are kind of getting feedback from the session as well because you're sending in form videos and we're like recording it, whatever. So you still kind of get us in the gym, but you are on your own there. But you have us 24/7 outside of that. So anytime you have anything come up, whether it be lifestyle, nutrition, whether it be training, whether it be, oh, I have this slight pain, I have this thing going on with my hip, whatever, all you have to do is shoot a message or whatever, and we just answer, right? And that's really, like, support system is massive.
It's massive, right? Like it goes into the progression as well, because like this is going to allow us to progress way faster if we can get those obstacles out of the way straight away. Right? We don't have to wait a week. We can get that obstacle of, okay, I don't know what to do here. Like, cool, next day you know exactly what to do and you don't have to wait.
Yeah.
Right? And you feel confident doing this as well. Because when I used to go to doctors, they would just, be like, okay, do this and you'll be fine. Right? Like, there's nothing wrong. Just do this. And then literally not even having another appointment, right? Like, literally one appointment. Like, with physio, sometimes it's better. You have, like, let's say one a week or one a month. But that just leaves you, honestly, like, you just feel like, nah, this must be a joke, right? Like, this can't be real. But it's real. It's happening, like, every day. People go and they have no answers to their questions. And that's what we want to be able to provide, like answers to questions straight away. Boom,
Yeah,
boom, boom.
exactly. And I think another thing is like having someone who wants it like as much or more than you and can actually see the vision, because like how many other people have been through our system, so we can see, okay, you are here. Like there's obviously like differences between every single person, but there's averages and there's correlations and there's things that we see that you can't see. So when we're looking at your split squat now, I'm not just looking at, okay, this is the split squat now and this is what we need to change. I'm looking at, okay, like in my head, like it's all going through. Okay, if we progress here, we progress here, we progress here, we progress here. And then in 3 months, it's going to look like this. And I can see that all laid out. But with your limited awareness, like you can't see that. So you might think, oh, like this is kind of like, what is this even doing? Like, I can't do this clearly. Like, I'm so restricted. Like, it's not really doing anything. Well, no, that this is the level that we have to be at. And if you don't have someone telling you and supporting you and being like, no, look, trust me, like we've done it before, like we've seen this, like this is where you are right now, and we need to move on to here eventually.
Yeah, and we can feel into it, right? It's not that not just because of the experience we had actually looking at people, but actually because of our own experience as
Oh
well.
yeah, for sure.
Literally feeling it, okay? Like literally knowing, you literally know how it feels to have to do an ATG split squat at however many inches of elevation, not even being able to push that knee over the toe. You
Yeah,
literally know how that feels, right? So then it's going to be much easier for you to instill that conviction and that trust in someone as well, rather than just someone is sitting there and telling you, yeah, man, yeah, but yeah, that sucks. Like, okay, well, yeah, just do this and you'll be fine. Like, you know.
I swear, like that, like if you haven't been through it, like you just don't know. Like I spoke to a guy the other day, and his doctor was just like, "Yeah, you got to give up football from like a meniscus tear," and I was just like you have no idea what you've just said to that guy and how much that is like he wants to play football. Like that's his entire dream, and you've just said, "Nah, you're never gonna get there." Well, if he believes he's never going to get there because you've told him that he's never going to get there, he's never going to get there. But if you never give him the chance or the hope or that he can even get better, what's going to happen to that guy, right?
Yeah.
Like we need to change our outlooks on everything. Why would God design a body that doesn't get better? Geckos get their arms cut off and it just reheals out of nowhere, right? We heal. Like people overcome cancer every day. People overcome this. People overcome that. Like our body is a beautiful, beautiful thing. And if we apply the right stimulus in the right way, you can get better. There is hope for every single person. If you can even like walk in a pool, like we're chilling. Like okay, yeah, it might take time. It might take a while to come into reality, but it's like you need someone to, like you say, okay, he's been through it. Like he's been absolutely destroyed and he knows what it feels like to tell me, look, this sucks right now. And it feels like you're in the worst position ever and you're never going to get out of it because you're in it right now. Like when you're ill, all you can think about is like, oh, I need to be healthy. I need to be healthy. I'm ill. I'm ill. I'm ill. I'm ill. But then if you think about the last time you were ill, you can't really remember it, right? So in the moment, it feels so intense. It feels so bad. So if you have someone on the outside that knows what that feeling's like, has been through it multiple times, and can tell you, look, this is what's going on in your mind. Like, don't be scared. This is just what you've got to go through for now. We're going to do this, this, and this, and it will get better in the future, right? How much better is someone going to feel rather than being told, nah, you're screwed?
Man, and it begins in the mind, right? Like with everything. So it really does begin with that belief, right? And that hope and that will to actually feel better and heal, right? And then if you have that support, like people can do it themselves, right? Like you just got to put the work in as well,
Yeah,
right? People can do it themselves. It's just like so much easier if you have the support, right? Because like, I try to do a lot myself, right? And I know with my mind, like I limited myself a lot,
yeah.
right? So
Liam
then
came
I
in
had
and saved the day.
support. Yeah, when I had support from Liam, even though you can have the knowledge, you can even believe it, right? But then if you're not actually executing because you still have some sort of limitation, there's not nothing gonna be happening, right? So then having that person that's literally there telling you, "Cool, dude, man, just do it." The worst thing that could happen is that okay, cool. Next couple of days, we have to get a lot of blood flow to those tissues, right? And then make it feel better. The worst thing, best thing, right? You progress, right? And you feel like you're buzzing after a session. You're like, yeah, man, amazing. I pushed myself here. I know my knees are gonna get the adaptations that I want now. Like this is what I'm talking about. This is what I've been missing, and then like you're gonna build momentum, right? So yeah, support massive, massive.
100%. 100%. Cool. Been all over the place. We've been funny jokes. We've been some serious. Like we're rolling.
Yeah, it's all
Final
good.
thing then is the education side of stuff, and this is it as well, like the podcast and stuff like that. But we don't want people to come into our program, do it for a little bit, not understand what we're doing, but them doing it and then making loads of progress and getting back to football, whatever. And then them going away for whatever reason, whether it be money, whether it be that they just feel like they're good on their own, whether like whatever it is, they go away and then something else comes up and they have no idea how to solve it, and then they have to buy something else, or they stop doing this stuff because they didn't know why it was important, and then something else happens, right?
Yeah, and if you have dedication, if you actually understand what we're doing, then there's no way you're not gonna be continuing to do this, right? Because if you have that vision of okay, like 10 years down the line, 20 years down the line, I want to be able to play with my grandkids or like whatever with my kids. Not in my case, probably my kids, not my grandkids yet. But like just having that vision of okay, look, this is what I'm able to do here, and whatever comes up, I have at least some idea myself now. I'm not really dependent on anyone else to go and attack this firsthand, right? Because a lot of issues, if you attack them straight away, it's much easier to get rid of, right? So if you already know, you don't have to wait. You're not there icing for a week initially and completely like delaying the healing process. You attack it straight away. You know what to do. You live that healthy, that bulletproof lifestyle because like just that alone is going to be massive, right? In terms of the health, in terms of the mind,
Yeah,
then you're going to be so much better off. And simple principles, right? It's nothing like magic again, but like if you nail that down over time, like you just it's going to be your lifestyle. It's going to be habits that you don't even have to think about, right? And it's easy to maintain.
exactly, exactly. Kadeem mentioned earlier that everything stems from the mind, and when we say that, we don't just mean like right now. We mean like your subconscious beliefs. Your subconscious beliefs drive the way that you do everything, right? So I would rather take someone that is way more messed up but believes that the ATG split squat is going to help them than someone that's like not got that bad of an issue but believes that the ATG split squat is not going to help them, because their subconscious beliefs will create that reality. So if you believe down deep, oh no, I'm never going to get out of knee pain, my knees are just bad, this and that, then you're screwed. But at the same time, you're not, because you can change it. Like you have the ability to change it. It's going to take time, and it's the same thing with the thing. It's reps. It's like every time that bad thought comes into the head, oh no, I identify with this. Okay, we knock that out. okay, cool. Like if you listen to me saying, yeah, that doctor that told you that you can't heal from a meniscus tear, he's retarded. Like, don't listen to him. Like, I'm not saying he is. I don't even know the doctor, but like, you have hope. And then it's like, oh, okay, cool. Like he believes that I can, so I'm going to start believing a little bit more than I can. And then you just have to choose that positive thought every time. Like, no, I can get better. I can get better. I can get better. And we know that the mind can literally change our DNA and change the way that we exist as a whole. So it's massive, right? The education and actually understanding, okay, this is why this works, gives you more belief in that it does work. And then that more belief makes it work even more. So it's like this infinite cycle of like, wow, yeah, amazing.
It's amazing. You just keep rolling. Like it's a whole puzzle, right? And we really don't want to leave anything of the puzzle out, right? We want to have the complete picture that you can see. Cool. That's one part. The mind, the health, like the 22 hours outside of training, the lifestyle you're living, the nutrition you're getting into,
Yeah.
the sleep, all that stuff, and then the training. Like those are the three areas we're going to be educating you on, right? And those are
Yep.
that's the complete puzzle right there.
Exactly.
Okay.
Banger.
So
Bulletproof Body, Bulletproof Health, Bulletproof Mind. 10 years, 3 book series coming out. Saying it now, like
saying
rolling.
it now, boom, put
It's
it
gonna be
out.
a good time.
Let's go.
Cool.
Yeah,
Cool.
that's
I think that's good. I think we got through a lot there. Like there's not a lot of actionables and it kind of describes what we do in a bit of better detail, but it also gives you stuff to look out for in your own life, right? So if you don't want to do it with us, that's absolutely fine. But then, okay, can we do the progression stuff? Can we create a sort of support system around us of like people know what we're going through? And maybe I like find some friends online that are doing ATG as well, doing some knee rehab. Maybe I like just message like Liam or Kadeem every so often saying like, look, my split's got to progress to here. Like, what do you think? Yes, amazing. Like, I'm not gonna I'm gonna take 5 seconds out of my day to tell you like, yeah, this is good, or you can change this, change that. Like Knee Journey on Instagram, like he started posting his Nordics and stuff, and I was like, oh look, like I put some tips in the comments, and it's like because he's then doing that online. Like online's a blessing right now. Obviously, it can be a curse as well, like diving deep into stuff. But if you use it positively, it really can influence it, like everything. You're one message away from talking to me or Kadeem. Just send a message. Hi, how you doing? Yeah, I'm good, mate. What you saying? No, we're chilling.
100%.
So
That's
then,
fun.
support side, tell your family about it. Like, okay, I'm going on this journey. I need you guys to support me. Like, this is really cool. Like, tell your friends, whatever. See if someone will come to the gym with you and help you out. And then education. Listen to these podcasts. Watch our YouTube videos. Listen to old Ben Patrick podcasts. Listen to Keegan Smith podcasts. Whatever you can get in your brain about knee rehab from the right sources. And I'm telling you now, we are the right sources. That things are going to get better, right? Get this in your brain.
Yeah, 100%. Obsess over it, right? Like if this is if you listen to here, like this is clearly one of the most important things in your life right now. Right? There's other important things, family, other stuff, but this is clearly one of the most important things. So treat it as such, really. Right? Spend the time. Like time is one of the most. It's more valuable than money. That money you can spend on whatever.
Money will
So
come back.
really, the time. What you say?
Money will come back. Time never will.
Yeah, exactly. So take your time from where you may be now spending it in ways where you know, okay, now this is not helping me towards that goal. Take it into watching these educational videos, right? Take it and put it into acquiring the financial resources to be able to get some more education, some more support,
Yep.
whatever, right? It's there's different ways everyone can go down to, and you know, right? If you sit down, you assess your life situation right now, you're gonna find some sort of way you could go down to, or that you could optimize, and that's really the goal of this podcast as well.
100%.
Yeah,
Sign it off.
yeah. See you the next week. Next week is gonna be a good one. Next week
Next week,
is gonna be
yo, I'm riled up, and this is gonna stay in my brain for the whole week. I'm gonna let it. I'm gonna let it sit, and I'm gonna keep thinking about it. And next week's a banger. We're gonna make balls bulletproof again.
yeah. Let's freaking roll.
Right.
See you.